Dan here with another tip on what do you do if you get pulled over as an Uber driver and you have passengers in the car. Well, I had the wonderful privilege of this happening to me on New Year's Eve. You know, I was out there helping save people's lives from being killed by drunk drivers, just like the cops, and they gave me a ticket. Now, it's not unwarranted. This is not an anti-police video. Here's my ticket, you know, whatever. So what happened is I had four, you know, I still have to pay this thing. I probably should do that today. But, I had four passengers in the car, and they had all been drinking, and I was going to take them to another party where they were going to be drinking, so I was giving them a nice, safe ride. And I got to an intersection. I was driving in a different town. I was driving in Charlottesville. I don't normally drive in Charlottesville, so I'm not as familiar with the area. But I'm getting a little bit more familiar. You know, I kind of know where I'm at, but I'm not as familiar with all the traffic signals and all that. So there was a particular intersection where it says no right turn on red, and I didn't see the sign. It's like across the intersection, like up, and I was, coming down a hill and turning right. So I stopped, there's no traffic, boom, make my right on the red light, and I get pulled over. I just got my vehicle inspection done like a day or two before, so I knew there was nothing wrong with my vehicle. But anyways, I went back. Yeah, the sign is there. I didn't see it. Gives me a ticket. It's probably going to be like $30, whatever. So it's kind of awkward to have like four people in your car. And you know what I found? It's actually it's more awkward for your passenger than it is for you. Okay? The people somehow felt guilty, like because I was giving them a ride, that they felt bad that I got a ticket. I wasn't out there like going 50 over the speed limit or, reckless driving, anything like that. It just happens, okay? If you drive, you're going to get a ticket. It's going to happen eventually. It's the first time I've got a ticket in over 10 years. I think a lot of that has to do with I'm not living in that awful state that I got the ticket in, two tickets in, when I first started driving. They were both bogus. That's a whole other story. I didn't know going through a yellow light was illegal, literally. I had to argue with the magistrate, and she said I went through a yellow light. I didn't stop for the yellow light. I didn't run the red light. They made it clear that I did not run a red light. I didn't stop for the yellow light, so I got the ticket. Yeah, magistrate's up in Rockwood, Michigan. If you ever in that area, everybody in that area knows those cops are awful. Hope they've gotten better, but since Michigan's not really doing that great, probably not. Anyways, that's a side tangent. The people in the car, they just kept apologizing to me, and I kept apologizing to them, like, hey, I'm so sorry, like, I don't know why you pulled me over, I just got my vehicle inspection done. They're like, man, I feel bad getting pulled over, like, you came to pick us up, and I'm like, no, it's not your fault, like, this is my job, this is what I do. They're like, yeah, but we still feel bad, and, so anyways, it was a fairly decent experience, it wasn't pleasant, but it was smooth and all that, and the cop was respectful. He took, he asked for my, normal stuff that you get asked for, and then he already knew that I was an Uber driver, because the police know that we're Uber drivers. They could see it, when they pull up their information and all that stuff. So we're, like, registered with the DMV as Uber drivers and all that. For insurance purposes, Uber has insurance that covers us as well. So, so that, it went smooth, it went good, so don't worry about it. If you get pulled over while you're driving for Uber, you have passengers in the car, just keep it light, keep the conversation light, and just take responsibility if you did something wrong, because, nothing's worse to a customer when you don't take responsibility for something you did wrong, Just be nice to them, and, if they give you a bad rating, it's just one bad rating. But chances are they're going to give you 5 stars because they're going to feel bad. I don't know why I guess they felt guilty because I was giving them a ride, and they felt guilty because I got a ticket for giving them a ride. So I don't know. I don't know exactly how all that works, but anyways, so as usual, shalom. Uber Dan here with 3 quick tips. First, get your first Uber ride free by downloading the Uber app and entering this promo code for $15 off. 2, Receive a $100 bonus for completing your first 30 rides when you register as an Uber driver through the link below. After that, just download the Uber driver app and get rolling. And C, I really genuinely want to help you out with this Uber stuff, so please subscribe, share, and leave me some feedback. Seriously, ask questions and tell me what you really want to see. As always, thank you, and shalom.